Hi, this is Ted Koine, co-founder of Switch and Shift, the blog and resource for you to learn about doing business better in this exciting new century. And I've recorded a couple of videos just playing around with some ideas. I think I had too much coffee today and got into a good conversation with my wife, and we decided to film it. Let's see how that goes. I would love to hear your feedback because I'm going to be making a lot more videos now that I have this new camera and painted my wall behind me, and I want to know what you think of what I have to say, of how I say it. There's always plenty of room for improvement. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoy. Let's talk about the value zone. There's a really good book I read, Employees First, Customer Second. I first got that phrase, by the way, from Wegmans Groceries years ago. Wegmans is a company that is famous for its amazing customer service, and people love them. So when we were doing work with one of Wegmans, not competitors, but friends in a different market, the people at this company that had outstanding customer service said to me, "You know, Ted, we give good customer service. Thank you for the compliment. You're right, we do. We really try hard. We learn an awful lot from Wegmans. They have this policy that is employees first, customers second. And the idea behind it is if we treat our employees well, our employees are going to treat our customers well." And sure enough, at Wegmans, the employees treat the customers very well. And let me tell you, as someone who has traveled around the United States giving talks about customer service, whenever I mention Wegmans, somebody in the audience, I could be in Denver, I could be in Phoenix, they'll say, "Oh, I wish Wegmans would come here." I hear that again and again. It's really a remarkable company. So anyway, Employees First, Customer Second is a book that was written by Vineet Nayar, who is a CEO in India for HCLT. It's an outsourced provider. And they came up with this policy years ago. Now, here's the thing. This is what I want to share with you from what Vineet had to share in his book. The most interesting thing was that he talks about the value zone. The value zone is the frontline customers, the customers and the frontline workers. That is where the value is being provided in your company. Now think about that. The people who are actually doing the work of value, this is a very revolutionary thought, and a lot of you are going to disagree with this. They are the people who are interacting with your customers. Everyone else, they're supporting the workers in the value zone. Now, if you're clever, you'll figure out how to get more and more of your staff into the value zone, interacting with the customers. You can, in this age of social technology, you can have the engineers in R&D working with customers to design the newest upgrades to their products, that kind of thing. You can bring people into the value zone, but think about management. Where does management fit with the value zone? So the workers in the value zone, the workers who are facing the customers, interacting with the customers all day long, you want them to stay productive. You want them to do what they do best because that is serving your company. It is putting money in the pockets of the stockholders. So in order to keep them productive, think of the frontline soldiers in a war. The frontline soldiers are there shooting their guns, and then they need to eat, and then they need to get back shooting their guns, right? They need bullets, they need food, they need enough rotation in order to catch some sleep, they need dry blankets, right? You don't want them going back to get any of that stuff. You need them to protect you. You, as managers, are the support staff for the military. You're bringing those things to the front line for them, keeping them full of bullets, keeping them full of course, things like intelligence, but let's keep this simple. Keeping them full of blankets and food so that they can keep protecting everyone. They can protect you behind the lines. They can protect your nation well behind the lines. Companies are the exact same thing. Jane has a question.
And what about, also you said about the intelligence, what about directions and feedback?
Sure, directions and feedback
You have to keep
are
bringing that to them.
part of this. You have to keep bringing that to them. So the sergeants and the officers, they are bringing information that help them do their job better. Okay, good job, guys. Shoot over here, not over here. This is where we need the help. You guys are doing very well. What are your best secrets that you're doing that you could be sharing with the rest of the organization, right? That is the support type of work that any management team needs to do. The whole idea that management is somehow superior to frontline workers is just upside down. I really admire Nordstrom because their org chart, and they're not the only company, but they're certainly one of the few. Their org chart has the frontline workers on the top, and the pyramid goes down from there. The CEOs at the bottom, the mid-level managers and front-level managers get closer to the top. They're more important. You think that's just a platitude? You think that's just something for the wall? Well, I don't know. People like working at Nordstrom. People like shopping at Nordstrom. Nordstrom makes a lot more money than their competitors in the same industry, at the same price point, in the same market. And by the way, Nordstrom has fewer sales than their competitors. If you want to get your customers by discounting against your competitors, cool. But that's not really a very profitable way to run your business. Instead, maybe you should adopt what Nordstrom has, the upside down pyramid, because guess what? It's not upside down. It's the way it should work. The only people your customers care about at all are the people they interact with. Yes, at a company like Nordstrom, the buyers have a very important role because the buyers are selecting the fashions for next season. That's highly important. So you want talented buyers. The people working the registers have to interact with IT. You can't ignore IT. IT is very important. But the customers could care less. The customers just know what they know. They know what's on the racks. They know how they are treated. So everyone else is supporting the workers in the value zone. If you can, as a leader, wrap your head around this, you'll have a much more engaged workforce. You'll have a much more successful company, and you don't have to take it from me. You can take it from Nordstrom. You can take it from HCL, which was a kind of legacy, big, established, but not thriving company. And today, after years of working on this employees first, customer second, focusing on the value zone, HCL has turned into a thriving market leader. You can talk about Wegmans supermarkets, which are the envy of the industry. All of these have something in common. The workers who face the customers are by far the most important aspect of their talent pool. And everyone else gets that their role is to keep them productive.